Hi, I've sent you this video for either one of two reasons. Well, one of two reasons that occur to me right now. One, you are going off on a period where you're not going to be training, so either you're going on holiday or you're not going to be around for a while, and I want you to maintain that mobility. We've probably already talked about maintaining your strength. Or I'm concerned with mobility issues in your squat or your deadlift, and this little routine that I'm about to do is going to serve the purpose of helping you with that. My expectation would be that you do this daily. It's not going to take long, this is going to be like a 5-minute video, so hopefully you'll find time either in the beginning of the day or at night. So yeah, here we go. First one is the kind of similar to our warm-up in the gym for squats. You can see me when I'm at my bottom position, and that's all we really need. We're going to be sinking our feet into the ground. Okay, we're going to be gripping the ground with our toes, and we're going to be pushing out ever so slightly. You might have a cat, you might not. The cat is optional, obviously. We're going to sit down, and you're either going to be holding on to something, or if you can manage it, just down like this. The position that we need is as upright as possible, and we're trying to keep our back as flat as possible. Now the purpose of this is usually to increase mobility down here, but it could also be around our hips and our back. We're going to sit down as low as we can, okay? We're going to put pressure forwards so we can feel a little bit of a pinch in the front of the ankle. And then what I'd like you to do is push outwards slightly on the knee. Now if you can't sit in this position, obviously you're doing this against a wall or you're holding on to something. Outwards on the knee, and then what I want you to do is rock to the right, rock to the left. I'm going to show you that from the front. So you're down here, remember feet are gripping the ground, down like this, pushing out on the knees, and then you're rocking to the right and you're walking to the left. Guy never comes home, and then the one day I want to do a video, he's all over me. Weirdo, he just wants to be famous. Left and right like this, dead slowly. Okay, the pressure in the ankle is quite intense at this point. We're going to come up now, shake it off, reset, come down, and then we're going to push all of our weight down on this knee. Okay, we're trying to get our knee as close to the floor as possible, or as far in front of the toe line as possible. A lot of pressure in there. Over to the other side, push, push, push. Now you can repeat this several times if you want. For this purpose of this video, I'm not going to bother, but you can go back and forward if you want. We're going to go a little bit narrower with the feet, point them forward. Squat down, could be holding on to something, could just be crouching, and we're going to push out as far as we can. Back is flat. I'm flaring out my shoulder blades at this point, and I'm going to sit down in this position. Good. Okay, we're going to come up, shake it off. Now, you might want to repeat that again. Next thing I want you to do is sit on the ground. Okay, we're going to bring your feet in like so. Okay, as close as you can, and then we're going to use our elbows to push our knees down to the floor. So we're going to feel a stretch across and inside of the groin. Now, if we're doing sumo deadlifts, you're going to need that flexibility to get the legs out and keep the knees out above the knee while we lift. And that all comes from hip mobility. Now mine's not fantastic, yours might be better, might be worse. Most of my clients are female and seem to have way better hip mobility than me, but maybe you're one of the lucky ones that's a guy, and that's why I've asked you to do this. Okay, I'm going to push there. One foot out in front, tuck this knee in there. We're going to push this knee to the floor and then reach forwards. Now I can feel a pretty decent stretch right in the hip at the back on my left glute now. We're going to go the other way. Okay, foot in, push down, and reach. Gonna hold that. Again, you can repeat this. You don't have to do this exactly like me. You could have these stretches in your head because you watch this video and just do your own version of it. That's totally fine. This isn't meant to be super difficult. And then what I'd like you to do is come down on all fours. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my knees as far as possible, and I'm going to put my feet flat on the floor like that, so my toes are pointing down. Knees are out, and I'm going to try and sit back in and sit up. Alright, I'll show you that from the front in a second. Okay, I'm going to come out. So from the front, my knees are quite far apart. Again, your flexibility might be better than mine. My knees are far apart, my feet are out behind me, and my feet are not pointing in, my feet are pointing straight out behind me at this point. I'm going to put a lot of pressure backwards, and I can feel a really extreme stretch on the inside edge there. Okay, just like when we're sitting down into a sumo deadlift. You do this on all fours. There we go. So the purpose of this is it's almost like you're trying to get your hips as close to the floor as possible. So like that. I would show you this from behind because it does make more sense from behind, but it's just pornographic. We're not going to do that. Okay, now watch this. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get my knees as far apart as possible, and then we're going to rock up and down. Okay, I'll show you this from the side again. I've got quite a tight angle on this. So watch, so my knees are apart. I'm coming down low with my shoulders this time. Feet are behind there, and I'm rocking up and down. And I'm going to feel that on the inside edge of the hip. Now we can make that quite extreme, so we can sit right back there. Whoa! Hurts like hell. And then bring it up. Now, depending on your flexibility, obviously you can have your hips closer. This is a little bit like doing the splits from the knees, and then the pressure goes backwards and forwards over the hip. And that's it. That's all I want you to do. All right, if you can do that, the squat bit, the deadlift bit, you do that every day. Hopefully, by the time I see you again, you're still going to be in great condition to get into the positions that you need, or you're going to improve the position over a few weeks as we train, and suddenly your squat is going to look. All right, thank you very much for watching. See you soon.